Welcome everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you how to split, paint and reseal a Mk6 pre-facelift Fiesta headlight. So the tools that we're mainly going to be using are a trim remover tool, blade, 6mm or Phillips and a heat gun. Personally I like to use a heat gun over using the oven or making a makeshift oven out of a hairdryer and a box. You can use a hairdryer as well, it just takes a little bit longer. But like I say, take your time with this, or you will start to melt the actual lens itself or the back that holds it in, and we don't want that. So, first of all, take out your lights. Go, get this stuff out of the way. Then the next piece we're going to be using is the 6mm. Now on the pre-facelift Mk6s there's a little 6mm in there, and the thing that people seem to fail on is the fact that they tend to go in and try and take the light out and then pull the lens off, and it actually breaks the mount inside, and you'll see where that mounts to inside once we've got it split. Right, so we're going to start getting into opening this up now. Like I said, patience is key here, or you're going to end up damaging the lens itself or the backing that holds it in. So yeah, take your time. You don't want to be looking for new Fiesta headlights. So what we're going to do is we're going to heat right around this seam, right around the edge, up the inside, and then back down around the outside. Once we've got a little warmth into that, we're going to take our blade and just start slowly dragging it round. You will hear some creaks and cracks, don't worry too much about that, that's mainly the sealer. Be careful when manoeuvring it around as well, or you could break one of the mounting tabs. Time for another heat. Now we've got heat around the top edge, what I'm going to start using is the trim remover tool just to slowly prise that top edge away. We're not looking for it to completely come out at this time. All we're looking for is the sealant to break. Top edge, we've managed to get some of the sealant broken off, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto the bottom now. Again, we're going to start from where we left off on this side. Hopefully get under. Bottom edge is done. We're now going to do up the outside edge. We'll do that heat before, once again. Right, so we now have the first break of sealer round about it. What we're going to do now is give it another heat and just do the same thing again. There we go, we've got our first part of the lens popped. Be able to see it just on that edge there. What we're going to do now is use a plastic scraper to run round on top of the channel that it sits in. It will get tight at some points, but hopefully there's enough heat in it that it just pops. The other way as well. Flip it, and there we go. So, just tease gently. There we go. That's a headlight split. Now that mounting point that I'm talking about is there, and as you can see, this sits on the back of the actual lens itself. So what we're now going to do is get rid of this. That's all I'm going to say. Now we've got the lens split off with the chrome piece inside. We're going to need a T10 Torx to take out these screws. So here we have the separate chrome insert to the lens, and I have heard that a strong degreaser like a panel wipe will just pull this chrome kind of paint off. I have used panel wipe before and it's pulled it off slightly, but it takes a bit of time. What I tend to use is a piece of green Scotch-Brite, and you'll see how easy it is. There we are, down to bare plastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub this down and get ready for paint. This is one that I did earlier. So as you can see, all black inside, including the reflector housing for the indicator itself. And what we're going to do is sit it in a housing. Like that. And that's the look that we're going for. So, I'm going to screw this to the inside of a lens. Now this lens here is a kind of side project that I'm doing just now as an intake system. So we'll get our screws, set it down. These don't need to be overly tight. The chrome parts will break off easy. Now all this chrome that you can see on this side is going to be completely covered by the backing itself. So there we are in place. There's our housing itself. Now what I tend to use is this butyl tape. Now this, as you can see, is far too thick because all we need is to bridge this gap here. So what I've done is cut my strands off like so. And we bridge that gap with the butyl tape. Now for quickness, I'm not going to do the full thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the butyl tape going on. Then what we want to do with this is then give the butyl tape a quick heat. Obviously when you're doing this, you'll want to cover this ridge all the way around and clean out the ridge from everything that was in there previously. So what we'll then do is guide this into place. We are in line all the way around and we press. Now the other thing that I use is a clamp. On this top edge, and then just squeeze and press the lens into that void, and there we go. That's how you get the blacked out look.